Now let's start with exercise 2.2. And here the first question is, those who are having a book with them, they can do this question in the book only, and those who are not having, kindly copy the questions from the PDF and solve them. So the question is, subtract the following and mark the periods in the answer. So let's start. This is our minuend, this is our subtrahend. Minuend should be greater, but here 3 is smaller. We will borrow the number from here. It will become 13 and this will become 7. So here 13 minus 8 is possible now. 13 minus 8 will be 5. Next is 7 minus 5 is 2. 6 minus 4 is 2. Here 3 is smaller than 6. So we will have to here we have 0. We can't borrow from here. We will have to borrow from here. So it will become 1 and this will become 10. So now this 10 will give 1 to this 3. It will become 13 and it will become 9. So now 13 minus 6 will be 7. Then 9 minus 7 is 2. 1 minus 1 is 0 and 9 as it is. 9 minus 0 is 9 only. So we will write this answer again by putting periods in it. So our answer is 90,20,225. So in this way you have to solve all the questions, all the parts from question number 1. Let's start with question number 2 now. Question number 2 is subtract each of the following and check the answer. So first we will subtract the given numbers and we will check also. Let's start doing our subtraction. 0 minus 0, 0, 0, 0. Here 0 minus 7 is not possible. We will borrow. Here also we are having 0. Here we are having 8. So this 8 will become 7. This will become 10. And then we will borrow 1 from this 10. So it will become 10 and this will become 9. So 10 minus 7 is possible and the difference is 3. Next 9 minus 4 is 5. Then 7 minus 5 is 2 and 7 minus 6 is 1. So our difference is 1, 2, 5, 3, 0, 0, 0. Put periods also. Now this is our difference. I want to check whether my subtraction is right or wrong. So what am I going to do? I will add the subtrahend and difference. If I get the minuend, it means my subtraction is right. So I will check now. So first I will write the subtrahend here. So my subtrahend is 6, 5, 4, 7, 0, 0, and my difference is 0, 0, 0, 3, 5, 2 and 1. Don't forget to put the sign of the operations, students. If you will forget to write the sign here, might be your number can get deducted. So here 0, 0, 0, we have to add. So 7 plus 3 is 10, 4 plus 5, 9, again 10. Now 5 plus 2 is 7, 7 plus 1 is 8, 6 plus 1 is 9. So here we have got the answer which is similar to our minuend. It means my subtraction is right. So in this way you have to subtract and then you have to check. This is the way of solving the question number 2. Let's come to question number 3 now. Question number 3 is find the differences on subtracting the following. Here it's not mentioned that you have to check. You will only have to subtract. So the question is 2,75,852 from 5,54,996. From means से, आपको इस नंबर को इस नंबर से सब्ट्रैक्ट करना है. It means this will be our minuend and this will be our subtrahend. So we will write like this. I have written this number first and this number on second position. Let's start the subtraction. 6 minus 2, 4, 9 minus 5, again 4, 9 minus 8, 1, 4 minus 5 is not possible. We will borrow. This will become 14 and this will become 4. So here 14 minus 5 is 9. 4 minus 7 is again not possible. Again we will borrow. So here it will become 4 and this will become 14. So 14 minus 7 is always 7. 4 minus 2 is 2. So our answer is, if you want to check students, you can check in your rough work, because here it is not mentioned that you have to check your answer also. So this was the way you have to do question number 3. I hope all these processes, all these steps, my explanations are clear to all of you. Now the next question is question number 4. Now question number 4, find the missing digits in each of the following. The same question we have done in addition. So here also we will try to find out the missing digits. Students, the method of finding out the digits in both the cases are different. So let's start. Here 9 is given, subtrahend 5 is given. What minuend will come here? So here we all know that we have to subtract from a number to get 9. So if we subtract, you have to think on in all the possible ways. If we subtract, we can add, here we can add 9 with this 5 and we will get the answer here. So 9 plus 5 is 14. So we can't write 14 here, but we can write 4 here, and 1 of 14 will be borrowed from here. So when we are borrowing 1 from here to get 14, so automatically this will become 4. Right, students? I hope both these statements are clear. Here the minuend will be 14. So how will we get 14? We will write we always write the number which is on ones place value. So from 14 we will write 4 here, and this 1 we will borrow from this 5. So when we are borrowing 1 from 5, automatically this 5 will become 4. So now 4 minus 2, we can write 2 here. I hope it is clear till now. Again, next question, here again we don't have minuend, but we have subtrahend and difference. Again we will add these two numbers, 7 plus 2. We always get minuend by adding subtrahend and difference. So 7 plus 2 is 9. So I can write 9 here. Next, again here 5 is written and 8 is written. 7, we cannot subtract 8 from 5. So there must be 15 to get 7. So 15 minus 8 is 7. So we will write 15 here, and we are borrowing 1 from this 6. So this 6 will become 5. So 15 minus 8 is 7. Yes, students. And 5 minus 2 is 3. So we have found all the missing digits. In this way, you have to solve all the questions from this question. And along with this video, I am attaching one video explaining how to find out missing digits. So students, please watch it very carefully and try to do the questions now. And as I have told you, try to do one exercise each day to make your concepts more clear. Let's start the last question of this exercise, that is question number 5, and it has word problems in it. Let's start.
We have some subtraction problems with missing digits. With missing digit subtraction, as with subtraction generally, we work from right to left. So here we have 2 minus something equals 8. But you can't subtract from 2 to get 8. So we know that they must have exchanged to make 12 minus something equals 8. So 12 minus 4 is 8, and because they exchanged, we need to exchange as well. So that 1 becomes a 0 to give us 12 in our units column. Now onto our tens column, we have 0 minus 7 equals something. But you can't do 0 subtract 7, so they must have exchanged to make 10 take away 7, which is 3. And because they exchanged to get 10, we need to do the same. So 2 becomes 1 to give us 10 in our tens column. Now 1 minus something is 0, and here we don't need to exchange because 1 minus 1 is 0. We can't take 7 away from 6, so they must have exchanged to make 16 take away 7, which is 9. And because they exchanged, we need to as well. So 5 became 4 to get 16. Now we have 4 take away something is 3, so our final missing number in this question, our final missing digit, must be a 1. Now onto this question, they start with 7 minus 5, so they haven't needed to exchange here to get their answer of 2. But onto the tens column, we have something take away 3 equals 9. We know that 12 take away 3 is 9, so the missing digit must be a 2, and they must have exchanged with the place value column along to make 12. Now we have 3 subtract something equals 8. But because you can't subtract from 3 to make 8, they must have exchanged to make 13 take away something equals 8. So the missing number must be a 5. Now here's where it gets really tricky. They exchanged, but we don't know the value of the digit they exchanged with to borrow the 1. Now there is a shortcut here. We know 2 of the numbers in our calculation, and when you know 2 numbers in a calculation, you can always work out the third, but I'll come back to this shortcut in a minute. Onto the thousands column, we have something minus 2 equals 8. Now we know that 10 minus 2 is 8. The last digit of the number 10 is 0, which meant because we exchanged earlier, our original number must have been a 1. And the 10 was made by exchanging with the next place value column along, which we don't know yet. Now we have something minus 4 equals 2. Now 6 minus 4 is 2, but because we exchanged, our original number must have been a 7. Now with missing number problems, it's best to only write the missing digit in the answer box so the person marking your work is clear what you mean. So I would rub out any crossing out, leaving only the missing digits. Now I mentioned earlier that there was a shortcut to problems like this. Now I expect most of you would have understood what I explained, perhaps until this point, and then it got confusing because you didn't know the digit of the number you were exchanging with. But notice this, by this point we already knew two of our numbers in the calculation, and if you know two numbers, it's easy to calculate what the other one is. In this case, we just use the inverse operation. So we do 28,892 plus 42,535. That gives us the number that we were subtracting on, which is 71,427. So then to check, we just do the subtraction and make sure it worked. And again, make sure to cross out anything written in the digits box that isn't the missing digit so that your answer is clear.
Let's start with the word problems. First question, A part. The question is, a factory produced 8,10,240 tires in the month of May. The total production in the month of May is given. Out of these, means from this total production of May, out of these 4,328 tires were found defective in the quality check. So means from the total production of tires, 4,328 tires were defective, means they were not working properly. There was some defect in it. So now what the question is questioning about, how many tires were not defective. So we have to find out that the number of tires which were working properly. So here, how many tires, we have to find out the non-defective tires. So here again we will perform the operation of subtraction. Students, there are some terms like in addition we were finding out which operation to be performed was total amount, sum, in all, more than. So in subtraction, we will always find there will be a comparison, lesser than, leftovers, taken away. So these are the terms which will explain you which operation you have to perform. So here we have to find out the non-defective tires. So statements I have written, total number of tires produced, this much. Number of defective tires, this much. Numbers of tires which were not defective, means total production, the number of the total production number minus defective tires. So in this way we will subtract. So here again 0 minus 8 is not possible. We will borrow. 10 minus 8 is 2. 3 minus 2 is 1. And 2 minus 3 is again not possible. We will borrow. We have 0 here. So we will borrow from this 1. So this 1 will become 0 and this will become 10. So this 10 will give 1 to this 2. So this will become 2 and this will become 9. So 12 minus 3 is 9. Then 10 minus 4 is 5. 0 will come as it is and this 8 will come as it is. So I will write 8,05,912 tires were not defective. This last statement I have formed from the question. This last statement is very necessary to write. So in this way we will do question number C now. B is your homework. We will discuss, we will do now C part. Now C part of word problems. Question is the sum of 75,23,625 and 22,34,374 is subtracted from 6,12,76,343. What is the difference that is obtained? So in this question, what we have to do, first of all we have to sum, we have to add the first two numbers which are given to us. So what, and then what are we going to do? The sum which we will get after adding the first two numbers, we will have to subtract the sum from the next number, which is 6,12,76,343. So how are we going to do this question? Let's have a look. So what I have written, first I have written according to the question, I have written sum of 75,23,625 and 22,34,374. In this way I will find out the sum first. So how am I going to write? I will add all these two numbers. 5 plus 4 is 9. 7 plus 2 is again 9. 6 plus 3 is 9. 4 plus 3 is 7. This 3 plus 2 is 5. 5 plus 2 is 7. And 7 plus 2 is 9. So the sum which we have got after adding these two numbers is, put periods in it. So the sum is 97,57,999. So this is our sum. I have written like this. So now this sum will be subtracted from the number which is given to us in the question. So I don't have space, but in your notebook you are going to do this work on a page and you will solve this part under this. So sum is subtracted from this number, means the sum is subtracted from, means sum will become subtrahend here, and our minuend is this number. So I have written minuend first, and now I will write this sum here. So what is the sum? The sum is 99975, and then we have 9 and 7. So now we are going to subtract the number to get the difference. So let's start. This 3 is again smaller than 9, so we will borrow. So this 3 will become 13 and this 4 will become 3. So 13 minus 9 is 14. Next, 3 minus 9 is not possible. Again we will borrow. It will become 2 and this will become 13. So 13 minus 9 is again 4. 2 minus 9 is again not possible. Borrow. It will become 5. This will become 12. So 12 minus 9 is 3. Yes, students. Next is 5 minus 7 is again not possible. Borrow. This will become 6 and this will become 15. So 15 minus 7 is possible. So we will write 8. 6 minus 5 is 1. 2 minus 7 is again not possible. So we will borrow. This will become 0 and this will become 12. So 12 minus 7 will be 5, and here 0 minus 9 is not possible, so borrow from 6, it will become 10. 10 minus 9 is 1 and 5. So the last statement we will write from the question, and the statement will be, the question says that what is the difference that is obtained. So we will write the difference that is obtained is put the periods. So in this way we are going to do all the sums in our notebook now. So students, I hope exercise 2.2 is also clear to you. Let's start with exercise 2.3.